I'm just curious, what has been your craziest or most touching fan moment that you've had with somebody?
Actually, there's a great story. When I went to Korea, it's very popular in Korea, and apparently it got out that I was staying at this hotel, and I visited this coffee shop one time. So this one girl drove 3 hours and waited for me all day, hoping that I would show up at that coffee shop, and I didn't.
Oh no.
And she was about to go home, and it was like 1 a.m. and I was walking back to my hotel, and she saw me on the street, and she's like, "I've been waiting here all day for you." She gave me this postcard that she wrote, and she was so sweet. I took her, I bought her hot chocolate, and then she went home. Yeah.
That is so awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah. It was really dedicated, cool fans. Yeah.
Most celebrities are happy to get fan support and fan promotion, so in return, they'll find themselves being invited to a lot of VIP events to cover them from a fan's point of view, and the celebrities in turn will promote their sites.
On SingularityFanPages.com. Then you should be.
Then you're not on SingularityFanPages.com.
You should eventually go there.
Then you would be on SingularityFanPage.com. Couldn't have thought of an easier name.
All right, make sure to check out fanculture.org.
Fanculture.org, you got that?
Hi, this is Josh Gates from Destination Truth. Check out the Singularity fan pages at www.singularityfanpages.com.
While covering the Lady Gaga concert, I also interviewed Danielle, who was the main monster vlogger, about why she became a Gaga fan.
I do love her, but it's like in a respect way, because I didn't know anything about her. I never like sought out any information, and yet I knew that she like was really hardcore standing for equal rights. And like to know that about someone that you don't really know anything about, I feel like really says a lot about them. And so once I came on, and like once I saw the show, like the first time I ever saw the show, I was like, this is it for me. Like, she's amazing. I love her. I love everything she stands for.
A big place for fellow fans to meet and to get their own websites out there is at fan conventions.
What is the mecca of fanaticism and pop culture? Comic-Con!
San Diego Comic-Con is the mothership of all fan conventions, so while I was there in 2011, I decided to interview Aaron Saggers, who is a pop culture expert.
Describe to me what a typical week is for you. What do you do being a pop culture expert?
What do I do? It involves watching a lot of movies and TV and playing video games and reading comic books and basically having fun trying to keep up on everything, but also, you know, researching the significance of this stuff. And then I do set up interviews and I talk to a lot of people.
So how does one become a pop culture expert?
I guess I'm trying to answer that question myself. How did I get here? I really just grew up with this stuff. I was always following movies and TV, you know, spending weekends at the movie theaters and stacking up on comic books, and it's something that never went away. I mean, other people choose to go into a career that's probably more responsible, that involves like accountants and becoming a lawyer and stuff. And I was like, you know what, I actually want to work with movies and TV and pop culture. So how do we get here? I don't know. I guess I lucked out. As far as the need to make a person or people fanatics, I guess it's different for everyone. And it varies based on what they're fanatic about. I mean, I don't think that somebody that's fanatic about stamp collecting is necessarily going to be the same thing as someone that's fanatic about Star Trek or you know, Star Wars or Doctor Who. But I think with each pop culture institution, there's something very special and unique that speaks to that person. There's something in the makeup of these movies and TV shows that touches a chord with these people, that makes them think, yeah, this speaks to me. This is almost made for me, and I relate to it so heavily that I kind of want to build a portion of my life around it. Not in a strange or creepy way. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing, but it's like wanting to be around people that get you. Well, in this case, it's like wanting to be around a movie or show or book or whatever, a thing that gets you. So I guess that's my take on it.
A permanent and somewhat controversial way to show your fandoms is to get them tattooed on your body. Now, in this scene, I really had to get this tattoo because it signified how important doing these fan activities have been for me over the last few years, but it holds other meaning as well.
She wrote, "Jeanette, I love you," at a book signing, so I had it tattooed on my body. It says, "Jeanette, I love you," not "I will always love you," I love you.
Explain that tattoo.
Is it recording now?
Yes.
The reason I got this tattoo is when I was with Gaga in October in Dublin, I asked her would she design one for me, and I wanted to get it done underneath me scar from my surgery. So she designed quite a few, and I said to Gaga, "You can pick which one," and she decided that this one was the best. So I got it tattooed.
And you have some other Gaga tattoos as well.
I have a little monster tattoo.
Great. And do you have any other ones, or is
well,
semi-precious weapons?
Yeah, they're kind of Gaga related, like more semi-precious weapons related.
And then you have some Gaga tattoos.
I have a little monster, the same one he has,
Yeah.
right here. And I have a monster paw.
Yeah.
This is actually a picture I took of her in her concert, and it was like in 2009, and she did this at the end after Bad Romance, and I took that same picture to the two artists, and I told her to make it look like a monster hand, kind of, and then just make it look creepy, and that's what I got.
Nice. And you have another tattoo, don't you?
Yeah, I just got it last night.
Tattoo.
Oh.
You're not flashing me, you're showing me a tattoo. It's on film,
Right.
Don't worry. It's okay, don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
Don't worry, I'll edit. I don't need any tidbits on this thing, okay? All right. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, that's a shame.
A few weeks after getting this tattoo, it actually landed Waldo backstage at a Gaga concert.
How did you get to meet Gaga after the show in Tampa? Well,
You have a tattoo? Let me see it. Yeah, baby, just like the one I have. That's a great job. Oh, you have another one there too. You have lots of little monster tattoos. You might need to come backstage after the show. Someone said to me once, they said, you will come backstage after the show. Someone said to me once, when you see fans with Gaga tattoos, does it make you worry that they'll regret it one day? And I said, no, I'm going to bust my ass for the rest of my life, making sure you never regret it.
Waldo is one among many little monsters who have been thrust into the spotlight for their dedicated fandom to her.
Lady Gaga, we gave a backstage pass to one very special fan. Let's meet her. So what does it mean to you to get a backstage pass?
This is the biggest thing that's ever happened to me. And my mind is still telling me, this is not, you don't deserve this. But Gaga would tell me, you absolutely deserve this.
I hope you can come up with some adjectives to describe a remarkable tattoo. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. This tattoo I got about just about a year ago. The reason that I got it is because, you saw those paws up in the audience. It's the way that we connect to her, and she connects to us, and it's the way we connect to each other. It's a very, emotional connection with just that symbolism.
Here's Stephanie over a year later with some added artwork on herself.
I got that tattoo because I was starting to feel a part of something, and the word monster for a lot of people, or just socially, brings up certain images, and I think that embracing that word and turning it into something that says, I'm a part of something really amazing and really unique, with other unique people and like-minded people, and almost just like an identification and an association and a connection. And so at that point I considered myself a monster. I considered myself a part of that movement, that fan movement. So that was my first big Gaga tattoo.
And how many others do you have that you can show on camera?
I can show them all on camera. I have the monster, and then I have the two portraits. This is the first portrait, and then this is the second portrait. And then I have the lyrics, "Put on your shades, because I'll be dancing in the flames," from The Edge of Glory. And then just in here, this is her signature.
Very cool. Now, for the signature, tell me about that when she signed your arm that you got tattooed.
Well, when she signed it was very, very quick. Hours. We've been waiting for hours to get into the Best Buy signing. But she looked at me, she kind of looked down at it and then looked back up at me and was, you know, and almost kind of a little bit of surprise, and she just, she said, yeah, I know exactly who you are, and you are a rock star. And that was a pretty intense, insane moment, and I really, I tell people all the time when you meet her, it's one of those things where immediately afterwards you can't even really figure out whether it was a dream or not. But you know, she had already signed my CD, and when I asked her to sign my arm, she did, and she was really, you know, really nice about it, and really, she acted like she was honored that I had done that for her, and so yeah, that was pretty cool to have her do that. And so I immediately, pretty much the next afternoon, got the signature tattooed over.
There are so many other stories that I can show to you, but that's the problem, is that there's just no one type of fan. There's no one awesome story. There's no one awesome film or book or any kind of example that I can show to you to show what a fan really is. Now, we all go through a lot. We all do very hectic, crazy things in order to show how much of a big fan that we are. But that's the beauty of it, is that we can find ways to show that the fandoms are not our lives. We're interested in other things. But these are the focal points that bring us together and make us creative and make us whole as people. And I guess that's really the message that matters in the end. Randy Jennings, who runs an Arnold Schwarzenegger site, it seems like he stole a chapter out of my life, but this quote means a lot because I can lend myself to this. Just because we do what we do as fans doesn't mean that we're weird people.
Go Amanda!
As much as I didn't want it to be, this movie strangely is about me because I wouldn't be where I am today without being a fan.
No, well done. Thank you.
We used to say we won't get older, it'll be alright. We wait to change and then it's over, but it'll be alright. We could take this road, let's go home. All those dreams we know. We could take this road on our own. All those dreams we know. All those dreams won't go. It'll be alright. We've gotten strange, we've gotten older. It'll be alright.
Roasting in it.
Yes, you
You're
will.
kind of channeling like.
Oh yeah, that was great.
It sounds like, kind of like Bill Cosby.